Hey everyone, Michael O'Brien here, and today we're going to be taking our first look at Josh Zandman's newest masterpiece, and that is a card at any number effect built into a book test. Hey everyone, Michael O'Brien here, and welcome back to another first look video where our job is to take a closer look at some of the latest and greatest magic products before they've even hit the shelves. And today, we're gonna be taking a look at A Christmas Carol. This is the newest addition to the Zandman book test series, and the first of its kind to feature a card at any number method built into the book test. A lot of really cool things that you can do with this. If you're familiar with any of Josh Zandman's books, you know that he always jam-packs his book tests full of methods, and this one is no different. You have multiple classic methods to choose from. You can use different methods together. You can use one method. You can use them all. It's completely up to you. And of course, he has also built this to be able to perform a card at any number effect using any deck of cards. There's no gimmick here. You can pick up any deck of cards that you want to use off of your shelf, and you can perform this effect. So let's go ahead and take a look at A Christmas Carol and find out what all is included in here. All right, so Josh has placed multiple different methods in here. The first one is the super flashback method. Again, if you purchased any of Josh's book tests in the past, you know this method. This is gonna allow you to flick through the pages of the book, have a spectator look at the first word on the page, memorize it, and without any fishing or guessing or forcing or anything like that, you can tell them exactly what word it is that they're thinking of, right? It's super simple. I would venture to guess that someone that's practiced maybe 15, 20 minutes with this will be able to go out and start reading people's minds just using this one method, right? So super easy. Here, I'll give you guys a little demonstration. I'm not even gonna look. I just flick through the pages. The spectator says stop anytime that they want. Look at the first word on the page. I don't know if you could see it or not, right? They would memorize that word. And I'm seeing, like, it starts with the letter F, I want to say. It ends with a G. Think of a letter somewhere in the middle of the word. I'm seeing like the letter W, perhaps? Is the word that you're thinking of frowning? Right? And super simple. It feels like I'm trying to figure out what word it is, but honestly, I knew the word before they even did. It's that easy. The book just straight up tells me what it is. And this is examinable too. You can hand the book out. The spectator could flick through the pages. You're going to see that the word is not duplicated anywhere. It's not repeated over and over. It really is examinable. Now, this is what I like to call lightly examinable, right? What does that mean? They can flick through it and they can check it out at a glance. You're not going to want them to sit here and like read it like a novel, because if they do that, it's not going to make sense. Of course, it's been modified to be able to perform the various methods that are included. But it is examinable at a glance. You can hand the book to someone, you can tell them to flick through it, and there's not really anything for them to find, right? So that's the first, whoop, as I throw the book at you, that's the first thing that this does. This is also set up with a tossed out book method. So what does that mean? You can take the book, toss it out into the audience. You can have a random spectator in the audience flick through to a random page. And instead of looking at the first word this time, they look at the last word on the page and close the book. Then you hand it to another spectator, have them do the same thing. They flick through a random page, look at the last word on the page, close the book, and then another spectator and another spectator, and you have them do this until 5 different spectators are each thinking of a word. You have all 5 of those spectators stand up, you have them close their eyes, think of the word, and then one at a time you can point to each individual spectator and tell them which word they're thinking of. You let them know, hey, if I got your word right, please go ahead and open your eyes and have a seat. All 5 spectators sit down, and it is a really quick and easy way to read 5 different spectators' minds at once. And it's 100% self-working. You don't have to memorize anything to be able to do this. And if you want to perform a surefire miracle, at the very least, if you can memorize 5 words, this is going to be perfect for you. Now, using those same 5 words, you can introduce another book to this. Now, this isn't a gimmick. This is actually The Alchemist. I just grabbed this off the bookshelf right over there. This could be any book, right? So now you can do a tossed out book, but with just a single spectator thinking of a word, right? So you can take the book, toss it out into the audience, and now you're standing here up on stage with this book, right? Again, this is a random book that I just picked up. This isn't a gimmick or anything. You flick through, they say stop whenever you want, and you say, is this page okay? Do you want to stop at this page here, page 36? Perfect, go ahead and open to your book, and you can tell them what word it is that they're thinking of, right? And it's, again, it's just super duper simple. In order to do this, again, you just have to memorize 5 words. But if you can memorize those 5 words, you will be able, with 100% accuracy, to be able to tell the spectator exactly what word it is that they're thinking of. And this is great for those spectators that think that maybe you're peeking like this, or you can somehow see the word that they're looking at. So you can actually hand the book to the spectator. They could be standing on the other side of the room, not anywhere near you, and you can perform this effect, and you can still tell them exactly what word it is that they're thinking of. So this is a super easy way to get the spectator thinking of a word and for you to be able to know what it is right away. So really, really simple. Now, my favorite method that's included in here is the Pegasus page method, right? And what this allows you to do is flick through the pages just like this. Again, they stop you anytime that you want. Look at that entire first line. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not. Look at that entire first line, right? Look at a word. Think of that word on that line. And think of the page number as well. Again, I'm not 100% sure if you're able to see it or not. I apologize. I close the book and I hand you the book, right? So now you're thinking of a word and a page number. And then I produce from an envelope, my wallet, my pocket, my shoe, all the way to the back of the room, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna produce a page. What page is it? Page 79. What page were you thinking of? Page 79. Interesting coincidence, right? And you were thinking of a word too. What word were you thinking of? Shopkeeper? Well, what word was it that I circled at the top of the page? Was it shopkeeper? A second coincidence. Now, if I took this page and tore it from another copy of the Christmas Carol and you just happened to think of the same page and the same word, that'd be a really cool coincidence, right? But this isn't a coincidence. This is magic. Do me a favor, go ahead and hold on to that page. So they're holding that page now, and I'm gonna flick back through the book, right? So 70, 72, 74, 76, 78, and page 79 is missing. Again, I'm not sure if you could see that. It's actually been torn clean out of the book. But not only is this a page, it is actually the page, and they can place the page back in the book, and they can see that all of the tears and all of the seams and everything line up perfectly through the book, right? So this is the Pegasus page method. Personally, this is my favorite book test method ever because 3 different things are happening all at the same time, right? You have a mind reading effect, you have a prediction effect, and you have a transportation effect where the page physically vanishes from the book and you can make it appear anywhere that you want. And again, it truly is an impossible location. If you're performing this, this is a Christmas Carol, right? You're performing this maybe during like a holiday party or something. You can have that page appear inside of a Christmas ornament that's hanging on a tree all the way on the other side of the room, right? It really is an impossible location, and you can choose whatever that impossible location is before you perform the effect. So you have plenty of time to go set this up and make sure that it's perfect exactly the way that you want it, right? So those are the self-contained methods inside of A Christmas Carol. The last method is the Z-Can. This is the Zandman card at any number method. And there's actually multiple things that you can do with this. In the tutorial, I'm going to teach you guys 3 different ways that you can do this. By the way, I'm the one doing the tutorial, so if you enjoy listening to the sound of my voice, you're welcome. But basically the way that this works is the book is going to tell me what card the spectator is thinking of. It's going to tell me the card that they're thinking of, and it's going to tell me what position in the deck that card is, so I can do a card at any number, right? So let's just say, for example, I want to flick through the pages of the book, and the best part is, by the way, I don't have to know the page number. I can do it like this, and the spectator can look at the page number and not tell me what it is. And they can deal the cards, and they can do all of it, and it's still going to work, right? So I flick through the pages like this. They say stop, right? So they're going to look at the page number. Now, I already know that the card is going to be the 3 of clubs. I already have that worked out because the book has told me. 3 of clubs, that's all I have to know. What the spectator is looking at now is the page number. So in this case, it's page 112, right? So what I'm going to tell the spectator to do, because I can't deal down 112 cards, there's not that many cards in the deck. I'm going to tell them to just look at all 3 of those numbers and just add them together, right? So 1 plus 1 equals 2 plus 2 equals 4. And then deal down that many cards. And again, I don't have any control over the cards. I don't know the page number. They've been holding on to this deck the whole time. And what did I say? 3 of clubs, right? So the 4th card down, they're going to deal. So 1, 2, 3. The 4th card down should be the 3 of clubs. Let's see. 3 of clubs. No sleight of hand, no gimmick, none of that stuff. It's just, it works every single time. And the book is going to tell you the card. Now, again, you can perform this like a card at any number type effect. You can use this to just force a card if you want to. Or, my favorite thing that you can do with it, the double prediction effect, where you can predict a thought of word and a thought of card before they even choose anything, right? So I watch. I'm just going to flick through the pages like this. They say stop whenever they want. Go ahead and look at the first word on the page, and I want you to look at the page number. And I already know that my prediction is going to be love, 6 of spades. Love, 6 of spades, right? So I'm going to make my prediction. I'm going to write that prediction down. I'm going to set it down. And now my prediction has been made. It's completely out of my control. I'm going to tell them, you're thinking of that number, right? Deal down that many cards. So they do. They deal down that many cards. Don't show it to me. Just look at that last card that you dealt and memorize it. So now you're thinking of a card and you're thinking of a word. Yes? What word was it that you're thinking of? They're going to say love. And what card is it that you're thinking of? They're going to say the 6 of spades. And you're going to say, I made a prediction from the very beginning that I set down on the table and I have not touched. Do me a favor, go ahead and turn over that prediction, and it's going to say love, and it's going to say 6 of spades, and it's been out of your control the entire time. And that is a really, really cool thing. And again, it's basically self-working. The book does all of the work for you. Now, the spectator is going to tell you, of course, oh, I know how this works. All of the cards are the same card, but no, look, they can check everything. It is a completely ordinary deck. There's no duplicates. There's no gimmick for them to find. They're not marked. You don't have to do any of that stuff. It's a completely ordinary deck of cards, right? So that is the Z-Can method. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this first look video. I hope that you're excited about this, especially if you're going to be performing this over the holidays. I have a ton of gigs booked on the holidays already, and I know without a doubt I'm going to be performing this at the holiday events that I do. I'm probably going to do the flashback method, have them look at the first word, right? Think of the first word. I read their mind and tell them what word they're thinking of. And then I do it again, only this time not the first word on the page. Any word on that first line, they're going to memorize it, memorize the page number, close the book. And then another spectator is going to think of a word and a page number, and I close the book, right? So now the first spectator, I reveal their word to them. The second spectator, I reveal the Pegasus page, and then the third spectator, I reveal the prediction using the Z-Can method. So really, really cool stuff. I'm super excited to get this in your hands. Check out the link in the description below if you guys want to buy this. This will be on pre-sale for just a limited time. So take advantage of that pre-sale, get your discount and all that good stuff. And if you're not already joined up in the Zandman Facebook group, please do that. The Zandman Book Test Facebook group. I'm in there, Josh Zandman's in there. And there's a whole community of people that love mentalism, they love book tests, and they love Josh Zandman's work. A lot of times what will happen is we'll share our ideas. Someone posted in there just the other day with a really cool idea that I had never thought of that you could do with the book test that Josh has already put out. And now I'm already thinking, you know what? How can I incorporate these different ideas into the way that I'm doing it? So please join that club. See you guys there. Happy holidays. And until next time, everyone, I'll see you in the next First Look video. Take care.